Hey guys, what's up? It's Casey. I am back with another video and I'm super excited to be back as always. And today what I wanted to do is show you guys how I did my cousin's faux locks right before we went to Jamaica. She wanted me to redo her faux locks and do them a little bit smaller. So I'm going to show y'all a video here of what I did and how I started the process. So at first I was using braiding hair, but I actually ran out. And I also mixed it in with this deep twist crinkly hair that I have, and then also have this Marley hair as well. So she brought like mad packs. It was like 5 packs of the Marley hair and 5 packs of like the wavy hair. So what I've been doing is taking this deep wavy hair and the Marley hair, and I'm basically going to wrap the Marley hair around the wavy hair and mix it together, and that's how I'm pretty much going to get started with this process. I'm going to part her hair into a section and into a little box that I want it to be, and then I'm going to create these little small box braids. Well, they're like small to medium size, not really small, but she wanted them a little bit smaller than what she had. And I'm going to take a piece of that Marley hair and a piece of that deep wave crinkly hair, and then I'm going to measure it up against the other braids just to make sure everything is the same length. And I'm going to take a piece of the Marley hair and mix it in together and then braid it. I'm going to braid it down at least about 2 inches, and then I'm going to start 2-strand twisting it all the way down until I get to the bottom. And as you can see here, the Marley hair ran out, and I also have more of that crinkly hair left at the bottom. So that's pretty much what I'm doing for the base of the braids. I'm going to put all of these braids in there and some twists all the way down to the bottom, mix the hair in as well, measure it out, and then do all of that as if I was box braiding her whole head. And then later on, we're going to take more Marley hair and wrap it around all of these twists again so that we can create our faux lock. So as you can see here, again, I'm showing you, once I get to the bottom of that braid, I just pretty much knot it off. I do not use any lighters or anything. I don't burn the ends because she was complaining about her last dreads, like pulling on her clothes and like any summer clothes that she was wearing. So I basically made sure I tied it into a knot and like wrapped it around for 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 times just to make sure that the knot is really secured, and then basically went on to the next braid. But I'm showing you guys here that I'm just taking the 2-strand twist and twisting both pieces of the hair then around into a twist to create that tight rope so that the hair doesn't come loose. And then that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm gonna do all of the top of the rest of her head, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys what I'm doing once I start wrapping. I ended up making her stand up so I can show you guys here exactly what I do. So I'm going to take a piece of that crinkly hair, measure it up against the braids or the twists, and then I'm going to take my Marley hair. The Marley hair is going to be short, you know, it's shorter hair on one side and longer hair on the bottom, because that's going to be the longest piece. And I'm just showing you guys here, the bottom of her hair is curly, and then the top is just all twists. So everything here is what we're going to wrap the faux locks around. And then the bottom of her faux locks are going to be crinkly, and we're going to cut all that excess off. So you're going to take a piece of your crinkly hair and you're going to just measure it up against your client's head. And as you can see here, I'm just adjusting it just to make sure everything is the same length. And I'm just going to take a piece of that Marley hair as well and the crinkly hair, mix it, and then braid it. And then that's what I'm doing. I know I've pretty much been saying I'm doing this the same thing, but that's pretty much what I did for the whole head. And then later we're going to wrap. And the wrapping is the easiest part. It's just trying to throw all these twists in, which takes forever, and it felt like you're doing 2 whole different hairstyles. thank God we finally finished all of the twists, and I'm just pretty much showing you guys here. As you can see, like I said, the bottom of the hair is crinkly, wavy. I did tie knots at the bottom, and now I'm just sectioning her hair off, and we finally gonna get started with this wrapping process. So depending on how big you want your faux lock to be, you can use 1 or 2 pieces of the Marley hair. I'm going to just use 1, and I just kind of separated it to open up a little bit to make it more wider. And I'm just going to take a piece of the Marley hair, and as you can see, it was shorter on one end and longer on the next. And I'm just pretty much going to wrap it all the way around. And you don't want to wrap it too tight because it can be getting really tight at their scalp. But you're going to wrap and kind of push up at the same time just to make sure that the Marley hair doesn't loosen up. And yeah, as you can see there, it kind of was like loose, so I just want to make sure you push the hair up a little bit so it doesn't cause any gapping. You also just want to constantly keep checking on the twist to make sure that it's not gapping or anything, and make sure it's not getting fat. The twist is going to swell up just a little bit, but you don't want it to be like super swollen up. But yeah, so you're pretty much going to wrap it all the way down towards the bottom. And obviously I ran out of hair there, so I'm taking another piece of Marley hair. I'm going to make one end shorter and one end super long. Bring that shorter piece that I ran out on down, and then wrap the new piece around to kind of blend it in. So that's what I pretty much showed you guys there. And I'm just going to keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and keep wrapping all the way until we are done with this process. And I'm gonna show you guys here. That's how the ends are looking. I tied the knot around it, and then I pretty much cut it, and I left a little crinkly hair at the bottom, so that way her hair can be like a faux lock at the top and then really wavy at the bottom. Once I get to the bottom of the faux lock, I kind of measure them all out so that way they can all be even, and then the hair will be crinkly at the bottom. So that's what I showed you guys there. I just keep pulling it up, checking, make sure that it's matched, and then once it is the length that I want it to be, I just take a piece of the Marley hair, I wrap it around, I go upwards, and then I come downwards, and then I tie it into like 6 knots, and then move on to the next twist. So here is just some more closer details of how I'm starting out the twist. I'm going to take the Marley hair, make one piece really short, and then the other end really long, and put the short piece there, and then the long piece just start wrapping around and hold that short piece down in my left hand while my right hand wrap the other hair around. So you just wrap, push up, wrap some more, and then just keep pushing it up just to make sure that the faux lock is like locked. Also, I meant to say, please do not mind my ratchet behind nails. I know they look ratchet, but I just needed to get her hair done before I ended up getting my nails done. So, yeah. Again, once I'm done wrapping the hair all the way down, I'm going to take a piece of that Marley hair, wrap it around. I'm going to go upwards, wrap upwards like maybe 5, 6, however many times, and then I'm going to come down and wrap down, and then I'm going to tie it into 6 knots. Again, cut any excess hair that don't need to be there, that's not curly, and yeah, that's it. As you see there, it's a nice tapered faux lock with curly hair at the bottom. So that's basically how I did my faux lock without having to do the burn method, and also so she don't complain about the hair pulling on her clothes or anything in the summertime or in the wintertime. It could just be mad annoying when you burn the ends of your dreads and they be pulling onto your clothes. So that knot method is really good, so that way it doesn't pull or anything. So I went off camera and finished up all of her head, and at the end I went back and trimmed off any excess hair and then put these rollers at the end. And that's pretty much how I did these faux locks for her. Like I said, it did take us a couple of days because we stopped and then went back and forth, but I think it takes about a good 8 hours. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Miss Kaysie, MSKAYSIE, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. See you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.